Alright guys, so we have John's E90 in, which is also the E90 I used to own. And this is one I traded in the E60 and E39 for. Long story short, he's having a couple little issues, nothing real major. The brakes sometimes are hard to push, sometimes they sink all the way down. He took it to the tire shop. I'm trying to get away from the AC. I don't want to turn the damn thing off. It's insanely hot here today. That's why I'm not working outside today. Anyhow, took it to a shop, to a tire shop that also does mechanics, and they wanted to replace the whole brake booster, and they wanted $588 or 500 and some dollars. And I told them don't do that because, you know, that's not what the problem is to start with. So I drove it home from his house, no problems at all. I let it sit here about an hour, started it up, and the brakes went not right to the floor, they're hard to push, like the booster wasn't working. So I do know for a fact that these do have an issue with the brake booster check valve. So we'll open the old hood up, check that out. We're gonna have to take out this cowling. I might be able to see it through this access up here. Let's see once here. It's been a while since I've done the old E90s. Been a little while. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull that cowl out. I have to see what style it has, and I have to replace it. They're only like 20 bucks, so it's not that big a deal. It should be pretty easy to replace. But I have to see if it's a straight or if it's got a 90-degree bend in it. Okay, so on this one, for just today, we don't have to take out the cowling. We'll just, leave this piece out here for a little bit. You can see, boy, I don't know if you can see it or not, all the way down at the very bottom, maybe I'll insert a picture here for it. There's a little grommet. The check valve comes out of the brake booster, makes a hard 90, and goes up underneath here, and has another connection under this. Comes over here, goes down to the vacuum pump, and goes down to the top of the vacuum pump. Now, all the rest of it looks fine. This is kind of a little bit broken here, but the clip's not broken, only the holder. That all looks good. Where the check valve goes into the brake booster, it's all floppy, like the grommet's gone on it. So, I think on this one, we're gonna get on Pelican parts. We'll get this from them. They have, it's like the check valve and the hose up to right here is all made in one piece. You can't buy the check valve separate. And it's $22 all it is, $1.54 for the new grommet. It looks like we could just take this cowling out and we're going to put it in, get a long pair of needle nose down there, just pop it out, pull the whole piece out, put it down there, pop the new one in, and we should be good. So that hopefully takes care of that. I can't find anybody that says the brake booster itself is bad. They all say it's that check valve on the E90s or the grommet, and what it does, it leaks vacuum. So after you set it a little bit, it leaks all the vacuum, bleeds out the vacuum from the brake booster. So when you start it up from a cold start, you don't have any brakes, or the brakes are real hard to push. And that can also do the opposite. If it loses vacuum when you are driving it, you could have real spongy brakes. So that's pretty simple, not too bad. I would say $24 with shipping is better than $588. I knew that was nonsense just because I know that shop and know the situation. I know the situation, boys. So that's good for that. We have a couple other things we got to do to this car. Why it's here. We're waiting on parts. Overall, it's been running good. No problems since I sold it to him. He wanted me to find the 2 bolts for this. Now, remember in the past videos, if you're OG to the channel, I left those out so you could just pull this whole case right out of there to get to the coil packs and all that stuff. So we'll go and find some screws to put in there. I think he's actually going to sell this car. He wasn't 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he's going to sell it. And other than that, there is one code stored on it. We'll go ahead and scan it for that. The other thing was the oil filter. Let's go ahead and check that right now. Alright. So John's son was driving this. He said the quick change place said that it had metal flakes in the oil when they changed it. So let's just take a look here. know, cringe to think what they put, kind of oil they put in it. Usually use Pennzoil oil at those places, or what. But I told them to take the filter out and take a look. Everything looks actually really good. I do not see any oil or any flakes or nothing in it. Everything looks good. Smells a little exhausty. There's not really anything caught in the oil filter. You know, all that looks perfectly fine. If it would have metal flakes in it, it would be making noise, and it's perfectly quiet. Screw that back on for them. I think we'll go ahead and scan the codes. We'll go ahead and scan the codes. In this video with ISTA, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so we got it all scanned here, it's almost done. Let's see if I can get these lights off. Yeah, see, that's what I hate about daytime rental lights. They stay on when you're trying to do stuff like this. However, let's have the EGS issue. I think that was the sensor for the fluid. That's always done that. Let's go ahead and just display fault codes. Let me blow it up so you guys can even see here. So one for DME, one for EGS, which was transmission. I don't remember what FRM. Driver side footwell module. Catalytic converter conversion. And a conversion on 2. EGS gearbox oil wear. That's always been on. It's a wear sensor. I've changed it. Everything's been done. And then the FRM module is the driver pivoting drivers and passengers mirror. We disconnected those. They probably need to be coated out, but it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, the catalyst conversion. One funny thing about this car, really quick, this has Chinese Vanil solenoids in them, and it seems to be doing perfectly fine with them. Not to say you go buy another set and it would do that. It more than likely will not. But these were those ECCPP brand, and I bought these a long time ago. I can't find those anymore, so it's kind of par for the course, I guess. And let's just go ahead and just delete it here. And overall, this car has been functioning very well. He's got a few things. He's got the little rain gutter deal off. I think he ordered new ones and was going to paint them black or paint them the same color as the car. I don't remember what he said. And other than that, this car is pretty good. Somebody actually had backed into it, and he had bought this bumper, which I believe that's it. Is that M-Sport bumper? I think it is M-Sport bumper. And anyhow, bought pre-painted off eBay for like 300 bucks. So easy install. The car had a replacement bumper on it. I guess it had been wrecked at some point in time before, or you know, whatever. And the car actually has the headlight squirters in it. The other bumper did not have the cutouts for them, so they took the lids off. So he just went and bought lids. He didn't put them on yet. Painted in the same color. They looked really good. He showed them to me when they were sitting there. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty decent, I thought. So this thing's never low on any fluids or everything else. Like, that is good. No ticking. Everything's quiet. The one thing, and I'll talk to him here in a little bit and see what he says, the brake dust situation on the wheels. It's got some cheap ass pads on it. I told him that before I sold it to him. I said, look, got some cheap ass pads on it. They're gonna turn your wheels all black. So I don't know if he's gonna keep it. We'll go and change those out. They're not much, or around $20. But I'm gonna make the phone call to him now, and that's it. I mean, overall, the E90, even though this one has iDrive and all-wheel drive, does really good. But one last thing here, I'm going on and on. This car, when you let off the accelerator, you can hear a little bit of rumble. Could be CV axle, could be something. Every one of these iDrives does that same damn thing, and annoys me no end. E60 does the same thing, even after all the new axles and everything. It's just a lot more slide of a noise. Overall, though, pretty reliable car, pretty decent ride. Not too bad. So Actually, I did order the GoPro 7, the Hero 7. It should be here. Tomorrow's Monday. It'll be here Tuesday. We'll start doing videos with that chest mount or the head mount, whichever works out best. So I'm fixing stuff. You guys can come along for the ride. Right now, I need to go to Lowe's or Menards to get plywood for the concrete for the shop, and it's like 100 outside. So we'll see how it goes. That's gonna be all for today's video, guys. Kind of a short video. Not exactly the video is gonna get big views, but this is what's going on at the shop today. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you later.